Yo, mate. Come on. Let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
And this time we are tackling something that's been blowing up lately. AI music generation.
Sure.
Feels like it's everywhere, right?
It is.
From like all the tech blogs and like YouTubers.
Yeah.
Everyone is talking about it. And you know what? You guys have sent in some seriously fascinating sources.
Yeah.
Research papers, tech articles, videos.
Oh, yeah.
Even like some heated forum debates.
Uh-huh.
And there are some very strong opinions out there.
Oh, for sure.
So today we're going to try to like cut through all the hype
Yeah.
and really get to the heart of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this AI music actually as good as like the stuff humans make?
Yeah.
What's it going to mean for like musicians trying to make a living?
Yeah.
And are we like heading for some crazy legal nightmare when it comes to copyright?
That's the big question.
It is.
Yeah.
I think what's so interesting to me is it feels like a bit of like a mirror to what happened back in the 80s with drum machines.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
all the musicians back then were like super anxious.
Right.
They thought machines were going to like steal their jobs.
Uh-huh.
But like then drum machines just kind of became like a normal part of music.
They did.
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
They just fit in.
Yeah, and what's fascinating to me is how this is like that, but on a much bigger scale. It's not just like one instrument. It's like
Yeah.
AI is learning to do everything.
And learning to mimic everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's happening so fast.
Fast.
Like platforms like Suno and Udia, like you don't even need to know anything about music.
Right.
You could just like type in, like give me a 80s synth pop track
Mhm.
with like a driving beat
Totally.
and boom, like you have a song in minutes.
I know. It's crazy.
Remember that Cold Fusion video?
Oh, yeah?
He showcased some pretty cool AI generated stuff. Let's actually take a listen
Okay.
to a clip.
All right.
I always get blown away by how quickly AI can make a full track. It's not just like throwing notes together.
Yeah.
It's starting to learn those little production techniques, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like side chaining and tape saturation,
Wow.
like the things that give music its own unique texture and feel.
Exactly. And that's what makes this so groundbreaking. Like, it's not just composing. It's learning to produce like an actual human being would.
Oh, wow.
So think about that for a second. What does that mean for producers and sound engineers?
Wow.
Are their skills going to get devalued? Or will this actually free them up to be even more creative?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like AI is becoming this like super producer that
Yeah.
can just like replicate any style or technique.
Yeah.
But that brings up like a ton of concerns,
Right.
especially around copyright. Remember that Rick Beato interview?
Oh, yeah.
He predicts AI is going to top the charts in like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is that exciting or is that terrifying?
Well, I think that's the big question, isn't it?
All right.
We're already seeing AI making music that sounds suspiciously like existing songs.
Yeah.
Remember that part in the Cold Fusion video where people were putting in like lyrics from famous songs and it came out like so similar to the original?
Yeah.
Like scarily close.
Yeah.
One commenter said it's like a central bank printing music instead of money, which I think is a brilliant analogy.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it makes you think, is it really that different from what we've always been doing with remixes and sampling?
Right.
We've been messing with musical elements for decades.
We have. It's true. But the scale and the speed at which AI can do this is just unprecedented.
Right.
And it throws up all these legal issues.
Right.
Like with remixes, you usually have to clear the samples legally.
Uh-huh.
But how do you apply that to an AI that's potentially drawing from thousands of songs all at once?
Oh, yeah. You also sent in that video from Darcy,
Oh, yeah.
where she compares AI music generation to traditional remixing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear a bit of what she has to say.
Okay, so it makes you wonder, right? Like, with AI pumping out technically perfect tracks, does that somehow make human-made music more valuable?
Yeah, like if anyone with a computer can make a catchy song,
Mm-hmm.
does that make what humans create more special, more unique,
Yeah.
more human,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and Ted Gioia had this interesting take on it. He thinks we're actually moving into a time where human creativity will be more valuable because it's like a reaction to all this tech and algorithms taking over, like a pendulum swing. The more tech we have, the more we crave that authentic human touch.
I can see that. It's like with art, right? Like a painting made by a person feels more valuable than a perfect print.
Yeah.
Even if the print is technically flawless.
Yeah, right.
Maybe music will be the same.
Yeah.
Like we'll start to appreciate the imperfections,
Yeah.
the raw emotion,
Yeah.
the human touch that an algorithm just can't replicate.
Totally. It's like the difference between a technically perfect vocal performance and one that really moves you.
Yeah.
You know, like a singer who might not hit every note perfectly, but they've got that raw emotional power that connects with you on a deeper level.
It's all about that human connection.
It is.
You know, like AI might be able to create music that's technically perfect, but can it really move us? Can it tell a story that like resonates with our own experiences?
Right.
Can it make us feel those deep emotions that only come from like actually living life?
That's a great question. And it brings up another interesting point, like what skills and qualities will be most valuable in musicians in the future?
Yeah.
Maybe technical skill won't be as important.
Yeah.
And we'll see a greater emphasis on things like artistry storytelling, the ability to connect with an audience emotionally.
Right. So
Yeah.
maybe the role of the human musician changes. Like if AI can handle the technical stuff,
Yeah.
maybe musicians become more like storytellers, poets, conduits of emotion.
Yeah, like we're going back to the roots of music,
Mhm.
where it's all about expression and connection,
Yeah.
not technical perfection.
Right.
And that could actually lead to even more diverse and innovative music
Oh, interesting.
because we're valuing different things.
But there's like a darker side to all of this too. Like in that Cold Fusion video, some people were using AI to make deepfakes of famous artists.
Oh, yeah.
They were making new music that sounded exactly like Drake or Kanye West,
I know.
even though those artists had nothing to do with it.
Right, and that's where things get ethically and legally murky.
Yeah.
It raises questions about ownership, like who owns the rights to an artist's voice, their style, their creative essence? Can a record label claim they own an AI-generated Drake song?
Yeah.
Can a fan make a lost Beatles album using AI and release it legally?
It's like we're stepping into this legal and ethical minefield.
We are.
And it's not just about the artists and the labels.
Yeah.
It's about the fans, too.
Yeah.
How will we know what's real and what's fake? Are we going to lose trust in the music we hear?
I mean, it's already happening. We're seeing AI-generated songs going viral on TikTok with people thinking they're listening to their real artists.
Yeah.
It's a whole new level of deception,
Right.
and it's hard to know how to combat it.
It's like we're in the Wild West of music now.
It is.
The line between real and fake is getting blurrier and blurrier.
Yeah, and it's happening so fast, it's hard to keep up.
Right. And it's not just the music itself. It's a whole system around it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the jobs that could be affected. Songwriters, producers, session musicians,
Yeah,
even like marketing and A&R people.
right.
It's really a lot to take in.
It is.
On one hand, AI has this incredible potential to make music creation accessible to everyone,
Uh-huh.
give artists these amazing new tools,
Yeah,
and even like push the boundaries of what's musically possible.
totally.
But on the other hand, we have all these ethical and legal questions,
Yeah,
the potential for people losing jobs,
right.
and this whole new level of deception and manipulation in the music industry.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Exciting and terrifying at the same time.
And it feels like we're writing the rule book as we go.
We are? We are.
Who knows what the future of music holds? It's a little thrilling and a little scary,
Yeah.
but it's definitely going to be a wild ride. You know, it's almost like we're at this turning point in music history.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like the early days of the internet,
Uh-huh.
all that excitement and uncertainty about what it could be.
Right.
But like no one really knew where it would lead.
Totally. And just like the internet, AI could be this amazing tool for connection and collaboration in music.
Oh, wow.
Like imagine musicians from all over the world jamming together online.
Yeah,
AI could help with language barriers and even skill gaps.
that's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
What if we start seeing these like global musical collaborations that were impossible before?
Yeah.
Like whole new genres could emerge from these cross-cultural fusions.
It's pretty exciting to think about the potential for innovation.
Yeah.
Like AI could help create sounds and textures we've never heard before,
Yeah.
blend genres in unexpected ways,
Yeah.
truly push the boundaries of what we even consider music.
It's like AI is giving musicians this expanded palette of sounds to play with.
Yeah.
Who knows what amazing music will come out of all this experimentation?
Right, and maybe AI can help us rediscover and reinterpret music from the past. Like, imagine AI creating new arrangements of classic songs
Yeah.
or bringing forgotten genres back to life.
Hmm.
We could even see AI collaborating with musical icons who aren't with us anymore.
Whoa. Like a virtual duet with Billie Holiday and a modern rapper.
Yeah.
A lost Beatles album produced by AI.
Exactly.
The possibilities are kind of endless.
They are.
It's not just about making new music, though.
Right.
Think about how AI could change how we experience music.
Yeah.
Like personalized AI DJs
Yes.
that can like create the perfect soundtrack for any mood or activity or
Yeah.
even location.
Totally. Like you're running through the park and your AI DJ seamlessly blends upbeat pop into chill wave as you slow down,
Oh, yeah.
right? Or you're having a dinner party and your AI DJ creates the perfect ambiance.
Yeah.
Blending jazz, bossa nova,
Oh, yeah.
even classical music.
Yep.
It could adjust the tempo and volume in real time
Wow.
based on the energy in the room.
That sounds like sci-fi, but it's probably closer than we think.
It probably is.
It does bring up a question, though.
Yeah.
Control.
Uh-huh.
Like, who controls these algorithms?
Right.
Who decides what data they're trained on and ultimately what music gets created and promoted?
That is the million-dollar question. We've already seen how algorithms can create those filter bubbles online,
Yeah.
where people are only exposed to information that confirms what they already believe.
Right.
We have to make sure AI in music doesn't just make that worse and lead to everyone listening to the same stuff.
Yeah, we don't want to end up in a world where everyone's listening to the same 10 AI-generated songs that are like engineered to be catchy and addictive but have no soul.
Exactly. We need AI in music to promote diversity, discovery, exploration.
Yeah.
It should empower artists and expand the musical landscape,
Yeah.
not narrow it down
Right.
to the lowest common denominator.
So after this deep dive, what can we say? AI music is here to stay.
It is.
This isn't just a fad.
No.
It's a fundamental change in how music is created, consumed, and experienced.
Absolutely. And it's moving so fast.
Yeah.
What seems impossible today could be normal tomorrow.
It's a pretty exciting time to be a music lover.
It is.
Even with all the uncertainty, the key is to stay curious, stay informed,
Yeah.
and stay open to the possibilities.
This is a huge time of change. And we all have a part to play in shaping the future of music.
Yeah.
We can make sure AI is used for good to create a more diverse, innovative, and connected musical world.
And who knows what amazing things are just around the corner.
Yeah.
Maybe the best music hasn't even been made yet.
Right.
And maybe AI will help us discover it. What do you think? We'd love to hear from you.
Lovely. If you want to check out the